Social Security just flipped today, and this is impacting millions upon millions of beneficiaries and their monthly benefit checks. So in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly what was released out of the Social Security Administration, how they completely flipped the whole script as of today, how this is going to impact millions upon millions of beneficiaries and their very important monthly benefit checks, as well as who this is going to impact mostly, as well as the press release out of the Social Security Administration, which I'll be popping up on the screen here in just a minute so you can see exactly what they said and exactly how this is being implemented as of right now. Now, I would highly recommend to listen to this video. If you don't want to, that's totally fine. However, you may not be impacted right here, right now as a result of this change. But going forward, if you are impacted by this, you certainly want to know this information. And like I said, millions and millions of people are being impacted by this every single year. So therefore, now that they changed the rule on this, benefit checks are severely at risk, whereas prior to this rule change, yeah, benefit checks were still at risk, not nearly to the extent that they are as of right now, okay? So I just want to make that very clear. And by the way, I'm not here to scare anybody, but rather I'm here to give you information to inform and to educate and let you know what is going on from the Social Security Administration. As I think we can all recognize, this year we've seen a ton of different changes out of Social Security, many different press releases, many different major announcements, but this honestly is a really big one and something we certainly need to take a couple minutes to talk about, okay? Which, by the way, quick side note, the vast majority of beneficiaries that will be impacted by this, according to the statistics, Social Security retirement, SSDI, and SSI beneficiaries, which I know for a fact is the bulk of you here in this community. Obviously not everybody, but a huge percentage of you that watch these videos are right here that'll possibly be impacted by this, okay? Now, obviously, I don't know everybody's situation. I don't know if each individual person will be impacted. I cross my fingers that nobody here in this community will be impacted, but I think that'd be very ignorant of me to think about and to think that nobody here would be impacted by this, okay? All right, so let's pop up the press release out of Social Security right here, right now. Okay, now this was released a couple weeks ago. In fact, I was on a live stream moments after it was released talking about the details, but here we are. It goes into effect now. What is it? The 100% clawback or garnishment for anybody who has been overpaid by Social Security, okay? Now, you might be thinking, no, I'm good. I've never been overpaid. That's the problem. We don't know that. There are millions and millions of people out there that are being overpaid by Social Security every single year, and unfortunately, the beneficiaries don't know it, okay? And then we get the overpayment letter, and they say, hey, you owe us all this money, thousands and thousands of dollars, tens of thousands, over $100,000 in some cases, and they give you 30 days to pay it back, okay? Well, last year, they changed the rule from 100% garnishment down to either 10% or $10, whatever was greater, okay? Nice change. However, starting now, today, they are rolling that back and going back to 100% garnishment. What does that mean? Anybody who is going to be served an overpayment letter starting today or after will then go back into the 100% garnishment. In other words, if somebody is overpaid and recognizes that basically starting today or after, they will then see 100% of their monthly benefit garnished, gone, taken away from Social Security until they are completely repaid, whatever that dollar amount is that they owe back, okay? That's not good. Now remember, last year it was, like I said, $10 or 10%, whatever is greater. Don't get me wrong, we don't want to see a 10% or $10 reduction to our benefit, but that was way better than 100% garnishment, again, that is going back into effect as of now, okay? So this is a major issue. So we could see some major issues coming in with beneficiaries who are potentially seeing these overpayments and getting these overpayment letters, and not a good situation. Not at all a good situation. This is not a good time for this to be happening, but unfortunately, this is what they're doing, okay? All right, so what do we need to know going forward? Here's the cool thing about it. Well, if there's any cool things about this, there's not much, but let me just say this much. Anybody that was served an overpayment letter basically over the last year here, since they rolled it back from 10% to $10, is basically grandfathered in at that 10% or $10 pace going forward. So if you previously knew about an overpayment and they were garnishing your benefit at either 10% or $10, you're grandfathered in going forward. Any new overpayment notifications going out, again, starting today or after, will then be at the 100% rate of garnishment. Again, not good. Not good at all, right? Now, here's another thing as well. I've had a number of people asking me this in the live streams in the chat box, which is, what about SSI? Will we see a 100% garnishment? SSI is the only exception to the rule here. No, SSI will not see a 100% garnishment, but rather SSI will see a 10% garnishment. So SSI will remain at the 10% garnishment going forward, even today and beyond, 10% on SSI. However, SSDI, retirement, spousal, survivors, other beneficiaries receiving benefits will then revert back to the 100% garnishment, okay? Again, not good. I don't know how else to say it. This is not good whatsoever. Now, I do want to reiterate this really quickly here and just kind of spend another minute and focus on this for a second, which is, you might be thinking, I'm good. I'm not getting overpaid. I am getting my regular monthly benefit. My benefit is right on. I don't have anything to worry about here. I hope that's the case. I really hope that's the case. That's the problem, is that many of us who are being overpaid don't know it. That's the problem, okay? A lot of us that are being overpaid, we don't know it. And Social Security, unfortunately, doesn't know it either until they detect the overpayment. And then they send out the dreaded overpayment notice. It arrives and they say, hey, we've noticed we've been overpaying you for the last 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, 12 years, 15 years, 20 plus years. And now we've overpaid you by X dollars. A lot of times it's in the thousands upon thousands, tens of thousands. I've read about cases in people receiving over $100,000 of overpayments. And then guess what? Social Security says, you've got 30 days to pay us. That's how it works. Literally, that's how it works in the overpayment letters, okay? They say, we need this money back. You've got 30 days to pay us. So they could overpay you for a year, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, 12, 15, 20 years. They could overpay you a little bit per year for years and years and years, but then they give you 30 days to pay it back. There you go, right? I mean, seriously, what a messed up system that is, right? I don't know. Something about that seems very odd, but that's how the rules are made, and that's what we have to work with, okay? Now, here's another thing that I want to say really quickly. I don't know your exact situation, okay? I'm just going to be fair. I don't know your situation. In fact, all of us have a very different personal situation, right? But here's what I do want to say. Regardless of the situation you're dealing with, if you get one of these dreaded overpayment letters, please file an appeal, file a waiver, do whatever you've got to do to get out of it, okay? Within the confines of the law. I mean, you know what I mean? Follow the rules, do it ethically. But my point is, do whatever you've got to do to file appeals, file waivers, do whatever you can to try to get out of that. Don't just cut a check to Social Security, okay? I mean, if you've got so much money that you can just cut a check for tens of thousands or thousands of dollars, whatever it happens to be, to repay an overpayment, then by all means, do whatever, makes sense for you. That's fine. But what I'm saying is that is not the case for the vast majority of beneficiaries. There's options. You've got options. You can file an appeal. You can say this is 100% wrong. No, this is not right. You can file that waiver and basically say, nope, it's going to put me into a homeless type of situation. It's going to whatever. I mean, there's different options here, okay? But my point is, exercise your options. You have options here to get out of it potentially, okay? It's the kind of the last straw. I mean, seriously, go for it. It doesn't hurt to try unless they say, nope, sorry, you're out of luck here and you got to pay it back. That's a bad situation. You want to avoid that. And again, we don't know who we are that are possibly being overpaid. That's why it's so scary, is because any of us could get an overpayment letter at any given time and say, oh, sorry, we've been overpaying you all this time. What? Yeah, exactly. Very scary. Anyway, goes into effect now. I've had a lot of questions rolling in on this on the live streams. I've seen some comments coming in the comment section. Here we go. Okay, starts now. Here we are. So again, I'm here for you in any way that I possibly can be. As always, if you have any questions or if you need help with anything in regards to Medicare, please call the guys over at Chapter. You see the phone number there on your screen. It's 100% free for them to work on your behalf. They will find you the best plan with the best price, with the best coverages for your personal needs. So you can see the doctors you want to see, the prescribers you want to see, the prescription coverages that you need, if you have any at all, the offices or the networks that you want to be within. They will find all that. Again, Again, for anything Medicare Advantage, Medicare Supplements, Medigap Plans, Medicare Part D, initial enrollment into Medicare, whatever it is that you need help with, they're absolute experts on all of this. Give them a call. And again, they're saving the average person that they work with $1,100 of real money savings that they're saving the average person. That's incredible. That is real money that we all need right now. That's almost $100 a month on average that they're saving the average person. And again, it's free, 100% free to work with them. By the way, I always say this, everything here on the channel is 100% for free, okay? It's my favorite thing. I love free stuff. I love huge discounts. I'm always looking for free stuff. I want to help you here in this community any way that I possibly can through these free videos, through these free services, and that's exactly what they will do, 100% for free, finding you the best coverages at the best price. Again, what's best for you and your personal preferences. Anyway, make sure to stay tuned. We've got a lot of things that are going on right now. I will continue to keep you posted, working on your behalf in any way that I possibly can. If I can ask a couple of huge favors, number one, please share this video. If you can just think of 1, 2, or 3 people, feel free to share this video. There's a big share button down below. Your friends, family, neighbors, acquaintances, siblings, anybody like that, feel free to share this with them. Again, thank you. Really appreciate it. Otherwise, if you're new here, if you've not done so yet, please subscribe to the channel as well. Big subscribe button down below. Otherwise, check out the other 5,000 plus videos here on the channel in the video library. Down below in the description, I've hand-selected some very popular videos for you there. Otherwise, thank you so much for being part of the community. Thank you for allowing me to represent and advocate for you. Thank you for your continued trust in me, the videos, the content, everything I'm delivering to you every single day. And until next time, please just have a nice day, enjoy, and I really hope I can see you again soon in the next